Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at the 2015 release by Vivid Imaginations from their Thunderbirds Are Go series of action figures and action playsets. Now, Thunderbirds Are Go was pretty much a reboot of the original Thunderbirds series, Gerry Andersons Thunderbirds television series from 1966. But the Thunderbirds Are Go version, which was released in 2015 or for 3 seasons, the first season being 2015, was like it was a computer generated and model that combined models with computer generated graphics to come up with the storylines. And there were 3 series produced between 2015 and 2020. And I think there was about 78 episodes in all, which were about 22 minutes long. Okay, so from that series, they spawned a whole range of action figures and playsets. And the action figure we are looking at today is of Brains and Max, his computer. And these figure sets were produced in two poseable figure sets. So you got 2 figures in each pack. Okay, so this is the pack in front of us, and it says Thunderbirds Are Go, and you've got the Max badge just below that, and it says 2 poseable figures, and at the bottom it says Brains and Max twin pack, and just behind the window you can see Brains and Max. Okay, well, before we actually have a good look at the figures, I'm just going to turn the packet around, and let's see what we got printed on the back. Okay, so I've turned the pack around, and this is what we've got on the back. So it's got Brains and Max, and you've got Thunderbirds Are Go. And it says Max, task, robot helper, test subject for Brains' inventions. Only Brains can understand him. Brains, task, engineer, designs and builds vehicles and technology, brilliant, contemporary and deliberate, does not work well under pressure. Specialized equipment, handheld dial gadget, helmet with VR display. It's hard to determine without reliable data, which was his catchphrase in that Thunderbirds Are Go series. And it's also available interactive Tracy Island and TBS and Fab 1 with sounds. And it's got thunderbirds.com. And you've got the ITV Studios and the Vivid Imagination logos and copyright information at the bottom, along with the barcode and the item number. Okay, so that's the back of the card. Let's turn it back round to the front and let's have a look at the figures themselves. Okay, so I've turned the card back round to the front. I have noticed that the card has begun to lift here, and it's slightly coming off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just try and prise it off very much slightly, and I'm going to take the figures out so we can have a better look at the figures outside of the packaging. Okay, so I have removed the figures from the packet, and this is what we got. So we've got Brains here. Now, Brains measures just under 10 centimeters in height. And the widest point, which is across his arms, I would say, you're looking around about 3.5 centimeters. And depth-wise, we're looking at about 1.5 centimeters deep. Articulation-wise, yeah, it's pretty good articulation, actually, for a figure this size. So, first of all, the head doesn't move. So, the head is held in position. His glasses do not come off. But his arms do raise. They do turn slightly. They do raise, and he's got his articulation at the elbows as well. So you've got 2 points of articulation on each arm. The waist again doesn't spin, but his legs do go up and the knee joints do bend. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 8 points of articulation, which is not bad for one of these very small figures. And it's not a bad likeness of Brains from the television series. And he's obviously dressed in his pink jacket with his shirt and his cream trousers and brown shoes. Okay, so that is Brains. And then we come on to Max, which is his robot. Now, Max is quite well articulated. So you've got the legs actually that leg moves up and down. There's, yeah, so there's no articulation. The wheels do actually spin round, but the middle joint, there's no articulation. So it looks like this one has got articulation in both areas, as has this other front one, to articulation. But again, the back ones, even though it looks like they're articulated in both ways, they're not. They only actually move at the one point at the back there. But they do have wheels. Yeah, not that the wheels actually rotate. It's just they just spin round at the bottom, so they're not actually wheels as such. Although they're supposed to be, but they don't actually turn round. The whole thing does rotate on the bottom of the arm, but it doesn't actually. The wheels don't actually move around. So it's not great at moving, I'm afraid. And that is the articulation on M.A.X, I'm afraid. Not fantastic. So we are looking at a length of 10 centimeters, a height of 8 centimeters, and a width of about 8 centimeters as well. So that is M.A.X and that is Brains. So how well did these figures do back in the day? Well, yeah, they've done pretty well. I mean, they were released in good time during Thunderbirds Are Go television run. So not at the end, not afterwards, but bang in the middle. So it was pretty good time. There was a lot of interest in the Thunderbirds television series. It did attract quite a big audience. And to run for 3 seasons with 78 episodes is a pretty good run on animation terms. So yeah, it done very well. So the merchandise also done very well. There was a lot of this merchandise produced by Vivid, and it did sell big time. They redone all the figures that they did from the original Thunderbird. So the Tracy Island play sets, the ships, the figures. It was, but they were obviously more modern, more up to date, a lot more functionalities with them. And also in this Thunderbirds Are Go series, they had a few extra items which were also released as toys. So yes, they've done very well. Now we're talking 2015 release, so we're talking really 7 or 8 years on. They are getting harder to find, especially in the unopened condition. Again, they were toys, they were bought for kids who play with them, but so finding them in the sealed packs, as this one was until I opened it, is quite difficult. However, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, and they're currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Gerry Anderson items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive that you won't want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky that you might want to buy for a friend, or maybe just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.